back to when Igor took the couple of games where he, had that whatever you want to call it, reset, right? Since then, he's been obviously as terrific, as good as he's been. Do you think he's just being the goalie he's been now, or is there something to be said about him and what he did in that week that's allowed this?
Well, I mean, that was the purpose coming out of that. We were upfront about it, and I think for everybody, the top offensive players, the top defensive players, the top goaltenders, there's always some ups and downs inside of a very successful season for a player. And this was just an opportunity where we felt we had a few days just to get him some work on the ice and see if we can't take that game to the next level like he's, I think, accustomed to. And I thought that he did a great job in just coming in and working every day. And then from there, to me, it did reflect in his games. He was able to take it to another level.
A hard position if you haven't played it, but is there anything for you noticeable from on the bench that he's doing in these last 2 months that he wasn't doing?
For me, when a goaltender's on, they're always in position. They know where the puck's going. They know where the next play is, and they know how to position. They know how to get there. And this is where I can't tell you exactly how they get there, but how they get from here to over here on a really dangerous situation, a really dangerous chance. How far out they are, how far back they are, where they push off, where they have to stop in the middle. And so there's just different things to me just looking at it. And Jonathan's been that way too, I think, through the course of the year. And not always, but in position. He knows where the next one is, and he's in a position to get there.
Where is your confidence level in this group going into this thing?
I think our guys have confidence in the way we play the game, and then tomorrow we have to do the work. We can't rely on the confidence. We got to go out there and make sure that we're ready to do the work. That's probably the most important thing.
Is that, from your playoff success in the past, the thing you look for the most in the playoffs? The way they seem to battle, the way they work?
I think that I said that, I referenced the playoffs, the year before when I took the job here, just now removed from the game and just watching hockey because you want to watch hockey. It's the speed, it's the compete, it's the battle level. Those are the things that dictate the team that wins at the end of the night. And so, yeah, I think it's important.
You had talked about not wanting to have to flip a switch for playoff hockey,
Right.
and do you feel?
I think we played.
Put in the work to
I do.
that?
I think that through the course of the year, for the most part, we played the game the right way. I think down the stretch, we did our best to play the game the right way.
It looked like outside the room and on people's shirts there was a new logo that said like "Teeth Out" on it. I'm curious where that came from.
That's just something that was internal from the start of the year.
Peter, can you talk, I know you said you're not speaking about specific players, but when you have a guy that's been out and is healthy and back skating and is obviously a good player, what goes into the decision making about maybe not to break up what's been going good, to get him back in there, and how difficult is it for that guy to get back in when he's healthy, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's for a player to come back and be effective. I think it's got to be a process that they go through to get to that point. If somebody's been out for a while, at the end of the day, if we have healthy players that are available to play, we're going to play them. If we feel like they can help the team, I don't think it's so much about, when players are here and they're part of the team. I'll give you, for instance, if somebody on our top line comes out and they're out for a week and they come back and they're available, they're going to go back in and play. And so we just want to make sure that guys are healthy and in the right spot.
You offer this season, which is a success. Do you want this to be game 83, or can it be game 83? It has to be something completely different.
Well, I haven't thought about it like that. I'd probably go back to my answer that I gave to Molly, that I think that our guys, for the most part, tried to play a game a consistent way, a certain way. I think we were able to do that down the stretch. I don't think we got away from that. I would like to see us come back with a consistent game tomorrow where we go out and where our execution is good and our work ethic is good. and we're, at the end of the night, we're proud of the way we've played the game. I think that that's been the way that we've gone about our business. You can call it game 83, or you can call it playoff game number 1, but it would be a continuation of what we're doing. I understand everything ramps up.
Is there also a message though, not to try and do
Yeah.
too much?
No, yeah, okay, so to answer that question, now that I understand it better, I do think that we just want to do what we've been doing. We've found success playing things and doing things a certain way, and I think we want to continue with what we're doing. I understand that the playoffs become a little bit more of everything, you know, a little bit more physical, a little bit more speed, a little bit more emotions. I get all that, and that ramps up as the playoffs goes on as well. But again, we've done things a certain way, and we got to stay with what's worked for us and what we've done.
Does the officiating change? Does the way the game is officiated change in the playoffs as far as your experience tells you?
I don't think so. I think I think that there's no two games that are the same. I think the officials have a tough job. That game moves so fast out there, and you know, I complain about something after I've seen it 4 times on the TV at my feet, and so it just happens really quick. I think they do a really good job, and you know, I like the fact that they do go back and check some things now, and they do have the headsets, and they can get the right call on the ice because it does happen fast. But I think for the most part, the officials do a really good job of, in real time, getting it right. And we're not always happy, but the other coach and the other team probably isn't always happy either.
From outside the room, Ryan Lindgren might be in the shadow of bigger names. But what's the value of Ryan on your team?
I mean, he's been such a good player for us. I think oftentimes that happens when you don't have, when the player that you're talking about doesn't score 75 points, and they're not mentioned for that Norris Trophy. It's almost like they're not as valuable, they're not as good, and yet there's so many players in the league, and you're mentioning one of ours that quietly goes about his business every single day in a professional way and plays the game the right way and makes us a better hockey team. There's no question about that. And you're right, it doesn't come with the fanfare maybe of others.
All right.
Thank you.